Hi everyone, my name is J.R. Steele, and I am the creator of The Domestic Life of Anthony Todd. I'm the voice of Quill, Taylor, and Abby, and I do all of the writing and sound editing for the podcast. I'm going to start by giving a shout out to my amazing script editor River, as well as my two voice actors Sam and CVVM, because wow, they are quite good at what they do. So this week I have a Q&A for you. It will be a bit rambly, so bear with me as I answer some of the questions I was asked in the Discord, which you can join via the link in the description. Now let's get to the questions. The first question I was asked was, what is the inspiration, if any, for Moorgrove? The inspiration for the actual town is Tadfield from Good Omens. As you listen, I think you'll notice that a lot of this podcast is based on Good Omens. Tadfield is a bit strange, so I used that as a base and then went a bit further. Anything that was remotely odd, I made textually odd, and so on. The inspiration for the name of the town is quite simple. Originally, Moorgrove was supposed to be built on a flat landscape of moorlands, so I went along with that. And I have a plants theme going on, so grove was a whimsical word that came to mind. Once I started using Moorgrove, it grew on me, so I kept it. The next question is a quite simple one, and it's, are rotations basically years? The answer is yes. A rotation is 1 year, which is made up of 360 days, 20 hours each day. This planet is part of a larger universe that I will be developing, and so some of the terms will be explained in future stories, but for now I will just answer this one in this Q&A. The second part of this question is, what rotation is Domestic Life happening in? So, originally, Domestic Life was set in our world in the year 2015. I did keep that, so to answer your question, Quill entered the town during the 2015 rotation. The third question is, what happens if the characters leave town? As far as we know, Quill will forget the town ever existed, and as outlined in episode 6, Abby apparently cannot leave, so there's no way of telling what would happen if she were to leave town. Next question, what fast food chains are in Moorgrove? Well, Lee, I'm sorry to say that there are none. All of the businesses are privately owned and funded by the city, and I tell you what, Quill definitely misses this world's equivalent of a McDonald's. I got quite a flattering question from Alexis. How do you make such a good podcast? 1. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet of you. I'm so happy you're enjoying it. 2. My honest, serious answer is, I've just allowed myself to make mistakes and hoped. I sent drafts of the first 2 episodes to Sam, who plays Essa/Sasha, and Sam sent it to a friend, and that friend really liked the premise. That's how I knew I could make something out of this, because if someone likes my horrible drafts, then someone's going to like the episodes I take seriously. I think whether or not it's a good podcast is absolutely relative, but I'm so happy that you think it is good. The next question is from Sam. What are your biggest inspirations/motivations? And I think Sam just wants to hear me talk about Johnny and Alex for a moment. Well, Sammy, it's your lucky day, because I will never turn down an opportunity to talk about them. Jonathan Sims and Alexander J. Newell are my biggest inspirations for mainly writing, soundscaping, and voice acting at this point. Johnny's writing has me beside myself every time I'm fortunate enough to listen to a new episode of the Magnus Archives. And Alex's voice acting and soundscaping skills are the most amazing thing to me right now. I'm trying to learn and grow from both of their examples, and honestly these two are my biggest inspirations right now. In terms of motivation, Johnny and the Discord server have been a massive help. Whenever I'm feeling unmotivated to write, the people on the Discord getting excited about the next episode keeps me from just setting it down, and hearing how well written the Magnus Archives is, I want to be able to do that one day. And the only way I can get there is with practice and finishing what I've started. CVVM asks, any podcasting advice? I was going to give a tremendously long answer to this, and it will still be very long, but I'll try to summarize it for the sake of your sanity as well as mine. Listen to podcasts. Seriously, this is probably the best thing I can give you, is listen to podcasts. And don't just hear it and go, oh, cool. Notice what kind of soundscaping is used. Is it minimal or in-depth? How is the script structured? How many voice actors are in one episode? Is the main character narrating, or are they one of the characters in a cast? The other thing is, if you want to make one, go for it. Do your research, learn everything you possibly can, and do it. Take the time to plan things out and learn about all aspects of podcasting, not just writing. Even if you have someone else to do soundscaping and someone else to do editing, learn how those people do what they do. It will make working together so much easier. Other than that, get out there and do it. Podcasting is so popular right now, and I guarantee you someone will like it. I started this podcast as a way for me to practice writing, soundscaping, audio editing, and voice acting. Now people are listening to it, and I get to do a question and answer session after finishing a season. It's an incredible feeling. So yeah, if you want to make a podcast, go for it. You are the only thing standing in your way. This leads me into the final question from Rowan. What has been the best part of making a podcast, and what has been the hardest? I'm going to answer this question backwards for the sake of a satisfying ending. The hardest part about this podcast was the writer's block. I made the mistake of starting to post episodes prematurely, before I had a buffer of any kind and before I had a full outline. I don't even have a trailer for season 1, so I suppose those who listen to it are just gonna have to jump straight in. I was writing a script for an episode every week, and though it turned out alright, I have learned from this experience. The writer's block when trying to write episodes 5, 7, and 8 was horrendous, and going back to my biggest motivations, Jonathan Sims and the Discord server were the only things motivating me during that time. Going into the first part of this question, the best part has been the people listening and the experience I've gained. I'm by no means a professional podcaster, but a fair amount of people have listened to and enjoyed my podcast, and sat through my journey of learning how to do proper sound things for 10 episodes. Thank you all so much for your support and your questions, and I hope that as we continue, more people will join our little community. Now, before I leave off, I want to make a couple of announcements because you all get to hear my voice as J.R. Steele. This is exciting. First off, plugs, because I'm learning to do that now. If you'd like to listen to the episodes, view transcripts, and get some more information about the domestic life of Anthony Todd, please visit the website penofsteel.wixsite.com/domestic life. Follow the Domestic Life on Instagram at Domestic Life Podcast, and you can follow me on Twitter at pen_of_steel. And if you'd like to chat with me and other listeners, as well as the voice actors, come hang out on the Discord. All of the links will be in the description. Second thing, after this hiatus, episodes will be released on Sundays at the same time as usual. However, there will be 2 more updates on Fridays before July 5th. That's all for now. Thank you again to the Discord for your awesome questions. Thanks for listening, and I will see you all next week. Bye!